Director be found guilty of breaching his duties and still walk away from paying nearly 200 million Singapore dollars in damages. On the 5th of June 2025, the High Court's Appellate Division made a shocking decision. It overturned a major ruling that had earlier found former Inter-Pacific Petroleum Director Goh Jin Hian responsible for huge financial losses. We're talking about a $146 million loss. That's close to $187 million. But in the end, Goh didn't have to pay a cent. So what happened? Let's break it down. Last year, in February 2024, the court found that Dr. Goh had failed in his duties as a director. They said he ignored warning signs that something fishy was going on inside the company. These so-called red flags included a request for audit confirmation, the suspension of the company's bunker license, and letters confirming debt that were signed and sent to Maybank. All this happened around mid-2019, when IPP was involved in massive cargo and bunker trades worth over $156 million. At that time, the judge said Goh should have known better. He had taken on a management role, but didn't even know IPP had a cargo trading division, one of its key businesses. The court felt that not knowing this and not acting on warning signs was enough reason to hold him liable, so they awarded as $187 million in damages to IPP. But Goh appealed the ruling, and now the judges on the appeal panel say the situation isn't so clear-cut. Yes, they agreed that Goh breached his duty, but they also said IPP didn't prove that this breach directly caused the loss. In simple words, just because Goh failed in his role doesn't mean he was the reason the money went missing. The court pointed out that IPP couldn't show exactly what Goh should have done differently, or how that would have stopped the fraud from happening. Even the so-called red flags, the judges didn't think they were strong enough to raise alarms. They said a director is supposed to keep watch, but not act like some kind of investigator or detective, unless got obvious signs of trouble. And in this case, they felt there were none. The final result? The damages award was thrown out, and Goh's appeal was allowed in part. Goh's lawyer said this decision shows that while directors have serious responsibilities, they also have limits. They can't be expected to catch every scam, especially if it's deep and well hidden. It's a big reminder of how tricky the business world can be, especially when fraud happens behind the scenes. But wait, this isn't the end of the story. Even though Goh no longer has to pay the damages, he's still facing criminal charges from another case. Back in September 2023, he was hit with 39 charges for false trading during his time at New Silk Routes Group. That case is still ongoing. So what do you think? Should directors be let off the hook if they miss signs of fraud? Or should they always be held responsible when things go wrong under their watch? If you find this interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, 2230.